Hi guys, and welcome to All About the Philippines. Now today I'm going to talk about deadbeat foreigners with Filipina wives. So if you want to know what I mean about that, stay tuned and we'll get to it straight away. So most foreign men married to a Filipina will get around in circles of that, generally around Filipinas and that community, the Filipino community in your area. It's sort of a bit hard to avoid when you're married to a Filipina. And you'll get to know the different Filipinos or Filipinas in your area. And you will see through them, you will see the men they are married to. Now, some of them, of course, are very nice men, but there is an element there which I call the deadbeat foreigners. Now these are the guys, and I'm sure we've all seen them, or we've all, either we've seen them in person where we live, or we've seen them on YouTube videos or whatever. You can pick these people out very easy, and the way we do that, the way we see what a deadbeat foreigner looks like, who's married to a Filipina, is very easy. So they're generally drunk, always drinking, big loud mouths. They'll be very loud and boisterous when they're out anywhere, whether they're in the shops, whether they're at a party, whether they're just at a quiet dinner with someone. They'll always be the big mouth of the table. The deadbeat foreigner, he'll be very demeaning to his Filipina. He'll make crude jokes about her or the Philippines or whatever, thinking it's funny and expect everyone to laugh with him. But no, he'll find out very quickly it's not funny, but he won't care. He will continue to demean her, not thinking about her feelings in any way, and she's just got to sit there and smile and nod. Because that makes him feel superior. By demeaning her, it makes him feel better, that he's the king of the castle and he can do what he wants. But by doing that, he's knocking her confidence down, and he doesn't really care about that. He may want her to work hard. He might want her to work 2 jobs, long hours, while he sits at home drinking his beer, smoking his cigarettes, doing basically nothing at all. He may be going out with his mates and spending the money she's earning. He might restrict what she can send home to her family and say, you're not sending anything home, because he wants to have his beer or his alcohol. That's what we're talking about, deadbeat foreigners. And really, this subject really, I had to do a video on this because it really annoyed me. He may make her feel isolated and lonely, so he might restrict her from making friends or seeing her friends on a regular basis, keeping the distance between them, because he's frightened she's going to become westernized, or all these Filipinos are going to get together and start to realize all the ways of the West are better than the Philippines. Well, I can tell you that's not true. From my experience, these girls, when they come here, they love to hold on to their culture. They love to hold on to their ways. And really what he's doing is just his own insecurities, that he might be worried that he's not treating her right, so she's going to run off and find somebody else. Well, if he treats her right, she's going to hang around. That's the point. She's not going to want to go anywhere else. He may not let her drive a car or learn to drive a car, because he wants to control everything she does. He doesn't want her to have her independence. He doesn't want her to be able to go to the shops on her own, where she might meet somebody, or when she comes home from work, she might come home 20 minutes late. Where have you been? This sort of thing. That's a deadbeat foreigner right there. You've got to allow her her own space and time to do her own thing in life, as well as have the marriage with yourself. He wants to control how she dresses, what sort of dresses she's allowed to wear and what she can't wear, how she talks, how she eats, and what she eats. He wants to control everything. In essence, he's trying to change her own Filipino values to that of his own values, because he thinks he's superior and everybody should be the same as him. Well, my question to that is, why the hell would you marry her in the first place if you want to change her from being a Filipina into whatever country you come from? Why would you want it? Why didn't you just get someone in your country? I'll tell you why, because they won't put up with your crap. A lot of the women in your country just won't put up with it. And you think that by being charming and nice to the Filipina in the first place, and then you bring her to your country, then you can treat her like crap. What's she going to do? That's That's a dog act. It's really low in my book. So all you guys out there that might be doing this, you really need to have a good hard look at yourself. So why marry her in the first place? What, to make yourself feel superior and better about yourself at the expense of knocking her down? That's a real manly thing to do, isn't it? Or to say, hey, look, you know, I've got a bit of a trophy wife here, young, pretty Filipina. I'm so cool because I've got a young Filipino wife, you know, that's gorgeous looking. Again, that's just to build your own self-importance up, your own self-esteem, while you're knocking her down and she's miserable and unhappy, but you don't care about that, do you? So that type of guy that I've just described, I call a deadbeat foreigner married to a Filipina. Now, for the Filipinas out there, I hope you watch this video, and I hope you're very, very careful about the sort of man you hook up with, that you decide to marry. Just don't run off with the first man. Red flags all through this video. He drinks, he tries to control you, he isolates you, all those sorts of things. Look out for any of those. Go through the video carefully and see how many of those things I've mentioned apply to you. And if you that's if you're in a marriage already and he's doing that to you, then get out of that marriage. That's my advice, because he's not going to change. The girls looking to get in a marriage, look for these red flags when you're getting to know somebody, because they will be there prior to marriage. They will come out, especially when he's, you know, when he starts drinking or whatever. You'll see the true him come out. So be very, very careful not to get stuck with a deadbeat foreigner, because your life will be miserable from that point on. I've seen it personally, and it's not a nice place to be, especially if you're in another country. At least if you get a deadbeat foreigner in the Philippines, you've got your family you can go home to quite easily. But when you're thousands of miles away, it becomes so much harder. So don't fall into that trap. I just thought that was important to bring up this video, because I do see it quite a bit here in my country, and I know a lot of you guys, I've heard you talk about it through comments on other YouTube videos. So, okay guys, so leave your comments below. I'd love to hear what you've got to say about this. Of course, be respectful as always, and don't forget to share the video around with anyone who may enjoy it, and of course, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, and leave a big thumbs up for the video. That'd be fantastic. I appreciate all your support, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care, and bye for now.